I'm Dacia Martinez. I know Christine from the ceramic studio that we both go to. I live in Atwater Village in Los Angeles, California. I've lived here for a little over a year. It is a whopping 500 square feet and I'd love to show you around. So as soon as you enter my house, you have to take off your shoes. It's a no shoes household. But I love this. When I first moved in, I didn't have anything, nothing, and I kind of panic purchased a few pieces, and there was one specific piece that I knew I wanted to buy, and I bought this huge kind of like shelf mirror for the entryway. And when I moved in, it said the package was delivered, and it wasn't. And a week later, I was gonna contact the company that I bought it from, and that day it showed up on my doorstep, and I was super stoked because I almost asked for a refund. So I'm happy it came, and it holds some of my purses. I have many, but I put the purses that I tend to use most often here, and a hat that I love to wear a lot. I love these bar stools. As you can see, I have an incredibly tall bar stool area. And again, when I was moving in, I had no furniture. So I scoured Facebook Marketplace for bar stools and found these, which were the perfect height. I went to this woman's house in Highland Park and asked her like how tall they were, and just I was kind of trying to assess it, but I have a hard time kind of like understanding how something is gonna look without it being in front of me. And so this super kind woman let me take one of the bar stools home so I could see if I liked it enough, and when I got home I knew I loved them and I paid her instantly. Very trusting woman. Here is like my little kitchen area. I don't have a ton of space, so for me it was just trying to maximize making this space as open as I possibly could with the things that I knew I needed, like a kitchen table. And luckily I found this kitchen table. It's teensy, it's tiny, but so are a lot of things in my house, like my fridge. I'm taller than my fridge. And I got these awesome chairs off Facebook Marketplace too. And yeah, a lot of my stuff has just come together through thrifting and kind of being patient and understanding what I do want, so that when the moment strikes, I buy it and it's mine. This is my teeny kitchen. There's a trend here. Everything is very miniature sized, like my teensy tiny stove. I don't have the most kitchen counter space, but I make do. And here I have all of my books. I read a lot of poetry, so I love just like keeping it out in the open just to kind of like pick through and read. This is specifically Education by Stone. It's my favorite poetry book. It's this Portuguese poet, João Cabral de Melon Neto. I love the way he describes the earth, the elements, and the ways in which we live, and it's all very feeling based, as most poetry is, but I love the way he connects the elements of the earth, and it's like very touch-based poetry, which I think is lovely. I know Christine's shooting this, and but I love this boot. She made me a boot of my boot that I wear all the time, and I like having pieces of my friends in my house because it makes me feel connected to my home. Like there are elements of the outside world, like elements of outside connection that I love and cherish, like at home, that make me feel whole. And here's a boot that I did. She gave me a little boot class, a boot camp class, and this was my version of my boot, so that was kind of fun. This is a bowl my friend Chris made for me. And sorry to have screamed. My best friend Monica, for Valentine's Day, she gave me a picture of her from high school because she used to play the French horn in band, and when I first met her in college, I'd kind of like tease her about being a band kid, and she's like, one day I'll show you a picture of me as a band kid, but I'm like too embarrassed. And so for Valentine's Day, this past year, she sent me a photo of her, which I cherish. What else can I show you? Just like all my plants. Like that's really important to me. I know I say like the connection to the outside world in my home, but that really is important to me. The most beautiful thing that anyone could tell me when they come into my home is that they feel welcome and warm and safe and just comfortable. And I think that's what like plants help create in a home, on top of kind of like neutral tones. I want the element of being outside, laying on the grass, and just being to be the overall feeling that you get when you're inside my house. I love this a lot. I guess this is kind of the first time I knew I was really into ceramics, but as a fan rather than as a creator of ceramics. I went on a trip to Spain with one of my best friends, Amy, and in Granada, we were like walking around town, and there's like a certain section in Granada that is known for their ceramics. We went into the ceramics shop and I was just like obsessed with everything, and just understanding that all of the ceramics in all of these shops were from local Spanish people, and I found this and I loved it, and I took it home with me because I couldn't buy everything because it would have broken. So yeah, I guess we can go to my bedroom. This is where I sleep, and I just like love the sheets, that they feel so warm and soft. I truly only come into my bedroom to sleep, take a nap, and that's kind of it, because I see the bedroom as a sacred kind of like calming space. So I never try to eat on my bed, I never work from my bed, I don't typically watch TV on my bed. It's just to like sleep, so that I do make this space a calm kind of space for my brain, if that makes sense, of just my body knows that this is the place to rest. And I've got a bunch of fun little knickknacks, like my poetry book journal that I write my poems in, because I write poetry too. It's like, and that's my AAA card because I'm insured. This is also something that Christine gifted to me. She was trying to get rid of this mirror and I loved it, and I knew exactly where it should be, which is right here. I like that it's just kind of hidden, tucked away, and it's just for my pleasure. Should I show you favorite products?
Oh yeah.
Sick, okay, cool. This product and this product are always going to be on my shelf. It's the Innisfree Youth Enriched Cream with Orchid. But before I put that on, because that's the moisturizer, that's the end, I use this intensive hydrating serum with green tea seed. I love perfume, I love smelling nice. It's one of my deepest fears to smell bad. Although unavoidable in this summer heat. And that's my space. Thank you for taking a look with me.